Hello, my name's Salwan and I'm going to take you through all of the scales for the Grade 1 ABRSM exam, including the fingerings, the different types of scales and things that are important to know when we're working through them. I hope these are helpful for your exam preparation. There are 8 scales in total. The first 3 scales are C major, F major and G major. And they have to be played hands together, 1 octave each. I'm going to play them first hands separately going through the fingering, and then I will play them hands together. So we'll start with C major, which is a nice scale because it doesn't have any sharps or flats. The right hand, when we do it on its own, first finger, second finger, third finger, and then thumb goes underneath on F, second finger, third finger, fourth finger, fifth finger. We reach the octave and then come back down, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. So, the left hand, we're starting with our fifth finger. We play all our fingers and then we go over on the third finger. Then under after the third finger with the thumb. So if we play those together, right hand goes under with the thumb, left hand third finger over, left hand third finger over, right hand third finger over. I'll do that once without speaking. Okay, now I'm going to move to G major. Now, G major uses the exact same fingering as C major. One difference is that we do have a sharp, and that is F sharp. And obviously we start on G. It's easy to start either below middle C or above middle C, whatever you're most comfortable with. Here I'm starting below middle C. So right hand, 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And now the left hand, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And together, right hand under, left hand over, left hand thumb under, right hand third over. With no talking. Now we're going to move to F major. Like G, there is one sharper flat, and that is B flat. Now, because of the B flat, the right hand fingers change. So if we kept the same fingering, 1, 2, 3, we'd have to play the B flat with the thumb, which would be quite difficult. So the fingering becomes 1, 2, 3, 4, then under 1, 2, 3, 4, and we finish on the fourth finger, which might feel a bit unusual not to use the baby finger. Then we come down and over with 4. The left hand is the same as the other two scales, C and G major, where we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then over with 3, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, thumb under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, if we play those together, right hand, thumb under, left hand, third finger over, left hand, thumb under, both thumbs are on C. I'll do that once without talking. Okay, so those are the three major scales, and they're all 1 octave each, hands together. The next 2 scales are minor. Now, in the syllabus for ABRSM, they give you the option to do one of 3 different types of minor scale. Either the natural minor, the melodic minor, and the harmonic minor. And I'll go through each of those and explain what the differences are. The natural minor for A, there are no sharps and flats in the key signature. It shares the same key signature as C major. And so you start on A and just play straight through to A with no accidentals. The hands are separate for these minor scales, but you have to play 2 octaves. And basically that means when you get to the A, rather than playing your baby finger, you play your thumb to continue for another octave. So let me play A natural minor right hand. And it's the same fingering as C and G major, which we've already went through. 1, 2, 3. And the left hand's the same. 5. Now, the harmonic minor is slightly different. We raise the 7th, so the 7th note of the scale, which is G. So rather than playing, it's, and that's the same going up and down. So I'll just play 1 octave to show you first. And the fingering's exactly the same. Here it is 2 octaves. And now the left hand, exactly the same fingering as before. Now, the melodic minor, so far we've had the natural, which there was no sharps or flats for, then we have the harmonic, which adds a G sharp because it's the 7th note and that's raised. The melodic minor is quite interesting because it is different on the way up than it is on the way down. On the way up, the 6th and the 7th are raised. So if I demonstrate with 1 octave, so we've got F sharp and G sharp, and then on the way down, they are not sharpened, they are naturalized, so it's, let me go through that again. And if we were to do 2 octaves of that, so on the way up, you've got the sharpened 6th and 7th, but then on the way down, it's like a natural minor because there's no sharps or accidentals in it. And now the A minor melodic on the left hand, which uses the same fingering that we've used on the left hand throughout all the scales. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the 3 types of minor scale for the exam, but you only have to choose one of those. And I would suggest going with whichever one you felt most comfortable with or liked the sound of most. But it is good to know the differences because in later exams you will have to play melodic and harmonic scales for the different notes. Now we move on to the second minor, and that's D. And D shares the same key signature as F. There's one flat in D minor. And so if we play the natural minor, and with the left hand, now if we play the harmonic minor, that's where it's the same up and down and we raise the 7th, we'll get 2 black notes on the 6th and 7th, both up and down, and that would sound like this. And the left hand. And now the melodic minor for D, where we have the 6th and 7th raised on the way up. So that's going to be, rather than playing B flat, we'll play B, and rather than playing C, we'll play C sharp. And then on the way down, that'll switch. So we'll return to normal, where C will be played instead of C sharp and B flat rather than B natural. Let me do 1 octave first just to demonstrate. Two octaves. And the left hand. And that completes the minor scales. Now I'd like to show you the country motion scale in C major. So far, all of the scales have been in similar motion when we've played hands together, which means both hands have went up and down in the same fashion. But with country motion, they play together, but go in opposite directions. So C major, as we know, has no sharps or flats, and the scale is for 1 octave. So it's a little unusual, but both C's start on middle C, or both thumbs start in middle C. And the good news is that the fingering is exactly the same. So it's 1, 2, 3, then thumbs go under, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. If I play that without speaking the fingering. And and that is the country motion scale for C major. The final part of the scales is arpeggios, and they are for 1 octave, and they're using keys that we've already used before, and that is G major and A minor. Now, an arpeggio is like a scale, only there's less notes and there's gaps between the notes. So an arpeggio is made up of notes 1, 3 and 5 of a scale, and then 8, or the octave, which is the first note of the scale, again but coming 8 notes higher. So in G major, that's 1, which is G, B, D, G, D, B, G. And the fingering here that works best is 1, 2, 3, 5, 3, 2, 1. And with the left hand, it's exactly the same. 5, 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 5, but just using different fingering. So I'll play those again without saying the fingering. And the left hand. And now A minor, which uses A, C, E, A, E, C, A, which is 1, 3, 5, and then back to A. So that would go like this. And the left hand, A, C, E, A. And that completes all of the scales for grade 1.